Hey guys, it's Kevin with Kemp Outside, your inside source for all things outside. We are finally out fishing, the first time fishing here in 2024. It is a foggy day here on Tampa Bay, but the fog's gonna lift and we're gonna go see what we can catch. We're gonna hit some of the inshore reefs here in Tampa Bay. We're gonna start off with Bahia Beach Reef, which is right off E.G. Simmons Park in Ruskin. And we're gonna go see if we can slam some sheep's head, maybe some mangrove snapper. We'll put some flat lines out for some swimmers and see what we get. Pretty excited to do some fishing. Let's go. Whenever you're running the boat in the fog, you need to make sure all hands on deck are keeping watch, looking for obstructions in the water. Here I've got my two bird dogs. I don't know how well they're gonna do at helping me out, but they look like they're having a good time. Oh, by the way, don't worry about Tiller there. He's chained into the boat. He can't go out the front door. So fishing for reef fish is really simple in theory. Basically, we use our fish finder to find structure on the bottom of the bay, and then we park over top of it with our trolling motor in spot lock, and then just drop our baits down. In this case, we're using chunks of shrimp. When we get bites, you kind of pull up and see if you've got anything. In this case, I was fighting with something really small, just pecking at my shrimp, but nothing big enough to actually hook or catch. You want to continually check your bait to make sure that you still have a chunk of shrimp, and then continue to drop down. What you do is you drop your bait all the way down to the bottom, and then you reel up a little bit. If you leave your bait on the bottom, it'll get hung up on the structure that's down there, and you'll be constantly breaking off and having to retie lures or hooks or that kind of thing. Here's a great example of actually Delaney hooking into a fish, but the fish pulling him into the rock structure and getting hung up. We didn't actually land this fish. We ended up having to break the line. But Delaney definitely had a fish on. It just took him into the rocks, and that was it. With no luck on Bahia Beach Reef and the fog lifting, we decided to make a run down to Port Manatee Reef, which is a couple miles away, and Ellie was flying. So here a grouper actually hit my flat line, which is basically a line with just a hook, no weight or anything. You just cast it out and let the bait float in the water column. In this case, it was a full live shrimp. But the grouper took me into the rocks and I couldn't get it out. So what I did was I opened my bail and just left it for a minute. Sometimes the grouper will swim out. But in this case, I thought I was going to break the line, and I pulled, and that actually got the grouper to swim out. I didn't actually break the line, even though there I was trying to break it and break off. But he actually swum out, and I was able to reel him in. So here I am fighting him, and we'll get him into the boat here in just a second. This was a small gag grouper, obviously not big enough to keep. So we got the hook out and released him. But there's a good look at a gag grouper. And getting the hook out, and then pretty soon it was time to throw him back in the water. Sometimes those hooks get caught. There we go. Always use a fish gripper because grouper have teeth. This was my second fish of the day. That is a porkfish, and it is the largest porkfish I've ever caught. Porkfish are interesting in that they are a member of the grunt family. And they are a really, really pretty fish. So they are often kept when they're smaller as saltwater aquarium fish. It's actually illegal to harvest these to eat them. You don't want to eat them anyway because the flesh is known for ciguatera poisoning, and they're not legal to keep. So in this case, we're going to throw him back once we get him out of the net and dehooked. But what an awesome fish. Very, very pretty. I just love the coloration of the yellow fins and the two black stripes on the face. Really, really pretty fish. It's a shame that they're not good to eat. Back in the water he went. So other than those two catches and the sheep's head my son caught, fishing wasn't really all that good. So when the fishing's not good, it's really a good idea to go scout new areas. We'd never taken the boat up the Little Manatee River, so we thought we'd go check it out, and Ellie is just loving the smells. Well guys, fishing was rough today. Just not a whole lot of bites. It's the day before a front coming through. We've got a full moon. The tides weren't right. We had a really good time out on the reef. We did put a fish in the box. Delaney caught a sheep's head. I didn't get it on camera because it just happened so fast. So we're gonna just cruise up the Little Manatee River because it's a beautiful day and just see what we see. So come on with us. Derelict vessels are always a hazard on Florida's waterways. It's a shame. Once we got past the marina and the slow zone, it is a 25-mile-an-hour all year long manatee zone in the Little Manatee River. So we decided to hop up on plane and go see what we could see. And Ellie's flying again. There's always a lot of boat traffic on the Little Manatee River, especially on a beautiful day on a weekend. So be careful. There's a lot of blind corners, lots of boat traffic, lots of shallow areas. So you really need to be careful and keep an eye out when you're traveling the Little Manatee. Another thing to consider is that boats travel at varying speeds. Some people are just cruising along at idle speed or slow speed up the river, and others want to go as fast as they can go and still stay legal under the 25-mile-an-hour limit. So you really got to be careful. There are also some neat bridges to pass through. This is a CSX railroad bridge. And even though you can pass this bridge at speed, we slowed down because there was someone in a canoe fishing by the bridge and we decided not to throw a wake their way. But lots of bridges to go under. Really cool part of the river. And Ellie's flying again. Here we're coming up to the bridge over I-75, and once you get past this bridge, you really get a sense that you're kind of out in the middle of the wilderness. There's no docks or boats or houses or anything really. It's just natural habitat. Really, really beautiful part of the river. I absolutely loved my cruise up the Little Manatee, and I can't wait to go back and do some more fishing. Wow, guys, the Little Manatee River is beautiful, and right where we are, there is nobody. There's no houses, no buildings, no docks, no nothing, just beautiful river. We're doing a little bit of fishing with some artificials. We've had a few bites, haven't landed anything. I did see one close to the boat, so we're gonna keep fishing here and just kind of troll it along the river. Maybe it'll make up for the fact that fishing on the reefs was really poor today. We have a storm front coming through tomorrow. It's warm today. High sun, not a lot of clouds, and then a full moon, and then the tides were just awful. So the fishing really didn't work for us out on the reefs today, but that's okay. We still have a fish in the box, so we have something to eat. And I think I'm gonna make my crab stuffed sheep's head, so I'm looking forward to that. We'll do a video on that too. We'll do like a catch and cook type video, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, guys, if you are looking for a really cool place to go explore, take a boat ride up the Little Manatee River. I think you'll really enjoy it. Well, guys, we've had a wonderful day on the water. It's time to head back. It's about 3:30 in the afternoon. We've got a long car ride home. Then we've got to wash the boat down, fillet the fish, put everything away, and go have dinner. So fishing not so great today. That's okay. That's all part of it. Sometimes the fish get the better of you, but we always learn something when we're out on the water. We had a great time, and the Little Manatee is beautiful. I will definitely be back. We've missed a couple of fish out here in the Little Manatee River, so I'm hoping my son will catch one. He's still casting back there, so maybe he'll get one to end the video, but if not, that's okay. Guys, I'm Kevin with Camp Outside, your inside source for all things outside. We exist to help moms and dads take their kids camping, hiking, fishing, learn about nature, and develop a conservation ethic. We want to help you get you and your kids outside. One of the best ways to do that is to get a boat and get out on the water. I highly recommend it, especially a pontoon boat like Pontoon Fish. Guys, thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe, hit that little bell icon that notifies you when we release new videos. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. I promise you some better catching action in some future videos, but hey, this is the reality. Guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.